South African-born singer-songwriter Mpho is gearing up for the launch of her debut album Pop Art, due out next month. Her first single, Bucks and Lux, is gaining loads of airplay in the United Kingdom, and the South African stations are quickly following in pursuit. Mpho is the daughter of legendary musician Sipho Hotstixx Mabuse. She, together with her mother, fled the apartheid regime at the age of 4 and has been living in London ever since. Mabuse remained in South Africa. She might not have seen her dad a lot while growing up, but Mpho says music has always been a strong influence in her life.
I don't feel like I had much choice. It's kind of, it's just been in my family. I grew up with it in my home. It was something that we just did. I don't know. I always feel like it's different in South Africa actually than it is here, because music is such a deep part of the culture, and that it's something that people just do, like people just sing. It's not something they make a subject. It's something, you know, my grandmother just used to sing all the time. I remember I've been on buses and somebody would start singing a song and other people know it and they don't feel any way to join in, or, you know, it's like, and so it feels like culturally that's just always been part of who I am. And it wasn't until later on that I had to actually make a decision about whether I was going to make this my career or whether it was just something that was just going to be part of my life.
And since making that decision, she's gone on to work with the likes of Grammy Award winner Adele, UK star Natasha Bedingfield, and she's pinned vocals for the Basement Jacks too. It's been a busy summer for the beauty, who has been booked at all the major festivals including Glastonbury and Lovebox.
It's an amazing 6 weeks before Glastonbury, I didn't have a single booking, and the weekend of Glastonbury, I think I did 6 shows that weekend. It was pretty full on. It was very exciting. It was really good to be performing in that environment as myself as an artist. You know, I performed there when I was doing backing vocals and other things for other people before, but that was the first time I was presenting my music to the Glastonbury audience, and it was great. I had a really good time. Had some challenges, like when the Blur and The Prodigy and Black Eyed Peas were all on at the same time, and I had to try and fill a dance tent that had like a 2,000 capacity. And I think I had like 7 people in there. I still gave it like my best performance for them, and they enjoyed it, so that was fun. But it's just good to be there, you know, and you start and you do the best that you can in that environment. And there's so much going on and people are so receptive and open, because that's why they're there, they're kind of captive, so it's good. I really love the challenge of turning an audience around. Like, there's nothing better for me than to step on stage, have an audience look at me like, who are you and what are you doing here? And then by the end of the set, for them to be like, we really love what you do. It's like, that's an amazing feeling to know that you shared something with people who didn't ask you necessarily to share that with them, and that they appreciate it, you know, at the end of it all. So.
With a British accent intact, the star, who was born in Cape Town, says she hasn't forgotten her South African roots and a few of the uniquely South African terms too.
I consider myself really South African, and when I come home, my accent will change, like instantaneously. It feels like home. It does feel like home, even though I was 4 when I left. I don't think there's another place in the world, apart from London, that feels like this is me. You know, and I love that. I love that I can say that about South Africa particularly. How's it? And me bro, like just all those kind of like standard ones. I can't speak Afrikaans. I can only say naughty words in Afrikaans, so I will not say that now. Ngiyakhuluma kancane isiZulu mina, just a little bit, not enough.
Mpho has signed a 5-album deal with Parlophone, who boasts other artists like Kylie Minogue and Lily Allen. She says she's got a lot of hard work ahead of her, but she's looking forward to the challenge.
In the greater scheme of things, I'm not in a hurry, even though it would be amazing to have, you know, your first single go into the top 20, maybe go into the top 10 or top 5. Like, you know, that's every artist's dream, to have that kind of instant impact on an audience. But I think sometimes it's also about doing things in stages, and that kind of allows you to have firmer foundation, longer distance. You know, it's pacing yourself really at the end of the day. And I want to be an artist who can sell out stadiums and people really know your songs and they really understand what you mean and they understand who you are as an artist. And so for me, I don't like to put any limits. Like, I don't like to say, well, I don't see myself going past this point. And I don't like to say, you know, I'm going to be I kind of let things be what they are, and I just hope that I can communicate to as many people as possible. And so if that means that I've got to be huge and sell millions and millions of records, then that's great, you know, that would be great for me. And I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen, but I'm not going to assume that that's like, you know, the only goal, because success is really relative to loads of other things in life for me.
Pop Art will be available in South Africa in October.
Hi South Africa, it's Mpho. You're watching SA Times Online. Check out my single Box and Locks. See you soon.